Alright, here we are back at Majula, and we're now going to go over here to this house. He's given us the key. We're going to use that key. Open up the house key. Straight in, and you can see that this house is a bookish person's house. Lots of giant books, but books plus candles plus, candle wax on desk tells us that we're probably looking at a magician or someone magical. We come around the corner here and we're going to pick up a Pharos lockstone, and so we're going to be reminded of the lighthouse of Pharos, the lighthouse of Alexandria, the Pharos of Alexandria. So this is one of the great the seven wonders of the ancient world, and it was built by the Ptolemaic kingdoms in 280 BC, and it was considered it was one of the tallest man-made structures in the world for many centuries, badly damaged in in the 1st century, 2nd century AD. It was the longest surviving ancient wonder until 1480 when it got trashed, and its job was to be able to see far, to be able to see forever. And it's interesting that the construction itself it was a yardstick. In 2008, it was suggested that the Pharos was the visual yardstick used in the first precise measurement of the size of the Earth. It was designed, and it was an example of amazing human ingenuity from the ancient world. And so in this game we're going to have ingenuity. We're going to have rocks called Pharos stones, and they're going to fit into keys that are actually part of architecture to do stuff, and so we're going to have that illusion again to the ancient world and to ancient history, not just mythology. Alright, let's go down and meet the thing that's down there waiting to kill us. We come down here, we can see what looks like a map. Kinda, almost, sorta looks like South America-ish, or in Africa, kinda, but it isn't. It's Drang Lake, the kingdom. Alright, down here we can see again some dodgy scaffolding hoiked up, and a hole. Look at the roof there, normal roof, and then boom shanker. Someone's been doing some mining. What's down here? Bad things are down here. Okay. Back whack that thing. Get our axe happening, and you can see that he's actually wielding a lovely little thing. It's a falchion. Might get one of those later on. Pick up the Estus flask shard. Very useful little thing, and then nothing in there at all. Come in here though, steel chest, all decorated-y and lovely and cute, and usually you're just going to get a soul vessel in here. Now that's going to become important later on. It's a thing you can use to reset all your specs later in the game. Should you decide you're not happy with the kind of character you built, you want to try something else, that's what you use to do that. There are only a limited number of those in the game, so that noise you can hear, that's our piggy wiggies. We are going to drop a little note. The way notes work in this game, if someone reads your note and checks your message, so there isn't one here, so I'm going to make them all, I'll do them all. I'm going to let people know there's treasure ahead. I'm going to face it the way we're walking, and I'm going to put one right in front of this to let people know that this thing contains treasure, because many chests don't. Open it up. Titanite shards and torches, two very useful things. Alright, when we come through here we can see our piggy wiggies. I'm not going to go down there, but there they are, and they're going to come after us now. They're really aggressive. They're Aussie Razorbacks. They've noticed us, they're not happy about it. They are literally going to trash their way into the building. See, you watch them, they'll run over there. They're smart little piggies. They're going to run into the front door, up the stairs, and they're going to come after us. Now, while they're doing that, because we don't want to fight them, they are amazingly tough. We are going to race forward, and we're going to hit the bonfire. Now, our message just got rated. What that means is someone read the message, thanked us for it. If you do that, and I'll do one here, the person who left that message gets a health boost. So let's rate that message. We just rated that message. That meant that the person who left that got themselves a nice little health boost. All right, I'm not happy with this hat. I can't see my beautiful face. I'm going to change it to that. Even though it's not as effective as a mask, it looks better. Fashion souls. I want to see my head. All right.
Is that a shard you found? Here, let me see it, so that I may help you to see light, however faint.
We give her the shard. We upgrade our Estus flask. Now, what we're going to do now is go over and say hi to our man, but first we're going to open this up. We're using the key that we bought. Come on in. To our left is a chest. Inside that's going to be a short bow. We're going to grab the short bow. I think, in my opinion, bows are better than crossbows because they're substantially lighter, and there are some really nice bows you get later in the game that you can use very, very quickly that help you get through areas that would be just horrific otherwise. Once you've opened this up, have a chat to him.
Very good. Now I can get to work. But first, let me set up. Come again later.
All right. Now, if we have a look at that fire sword, we see that we need 9 dexterity to wield it. And I know I need 9 dexterity because if I have a look, it's browned out, and browned out means you ain't got it yet. So I want 9 dexterity, and for the bow I need 12 dexterity. So dexterity is a thing we need. Let's get some.
Bearer of the curse, seek soul, seek it, lest this.
Right, now we have enough dexterity to wield the bow and to carry the sword. And let's see if we can't eat some of these. Let's eat some souls, and we're going to get some magic happening. Actually, I think realistically we should probably get some vitality happening as well. So you can eat these things, fast forward through her, and come up here, and we're going to have a little look and go, alright, so I'm going to need eventually, so we're going to say 7, 7, 7, 7. We're going to take everybody up. We want vigor, endurance, attenuation, and intelligence to go up. Those things will happen. As your intelligence rises, the power of your sword increases. So let's have a look at what my sword can do. This is the R1. This is the R2. This is the two-handed R1. And the two-handed R2. Nice stab for the two-handed R2. Alright. If we hit this, and we go over to our blacksmith, we'll see that he's inside now. Hard at work. And he's green. With dead eyes. Okay. Let's pause for a second and talk again about medulla and what medulla means. And remember that mandula is the name mandula is Sanskrit for beautiful. It's an ancient Sanskrit name. It's a female name. So medulla is this place of beauty, and it's going to be linked through Hindu tradition. And so we have again this wide net being cast. When you see these ghosts wearing weird things, they're wearing armours that you don't get till later in the game. That's what they is doing. Alright, we've done a little bit of work down at Forest of Fire, the Forest of the Giants. Let's come down this way now. And what we're going to do now is head down here. Have a look up there, see nothing down there. Into this, what looks like a more priestly kind of existence. Now we see a strange mechanism, a gate, and the only available path. Come through the only available path. We will open this area up later on, but at the moment we're just going to run through here. And around to the left we can pick up a slightly better shield. My fave shield is yet to happen. My fave shield is sitting back in Forest of the Fire Giants. In here there's a good shield. So we'll open this one up and grab the Crimson Palmer. Looks nice. Fashion Souls. That's how you parry. I can't really do it. But if we get rid of Crimson Palmer and go back to our small leather shield, you can see unfortunately that across the board our resistances lift. If we go for the buckler, which we can't really, they lift even more, but we can go for the small leather shield and keep our resistances high. Alright, come along here, pull the chain, and interestingly enough we're going to get a glimpse of an ancient world full of mechanisms, pulleys, shafts, things of that nature. Now if you want to come back this way, you can run up here if you're coming back, and you can pull the chain there that opens up that door. We're not going to do that. Come up here, grab the goodies. We'll get another soul and a broken thief's sword, which is a little bit on the useless side. Now when we come up here, we're coming into the area of Hade, another kingdom, or it's perhaps where they used to store the knights. And we're going to pause right there.